Okay, we have another question here. My son has a meltdown when he's watching TV, and all of a sudden it stopped due to a loss of connection, or someone pauses the TV program because he needs to eat. He cries in a very loud way.
So, if I'm correct, he cries when somebody stops the TV?
Yeah, if it's cried or paused,
Okay.
He cries in a very loud way, even if it's to feed him. But
Yeah, I mean, with this behavior, just like any behavior, you know, from the ABA point of view, is there needs to be an analysis done on this. You know, we call it or a functional behavior assessment or a functional behavior analysis to see what's the function.
Yeah.
Is the function of the behavior, if he screams loud enough, you turn it back on? Or is the function behavior, if he screams, he doesn't know what to do because he can't tell you? Mm-hmm. So many of the kids' behaviors on the autism spectrum are there because they just can't communicate. They're trying to tell you, they want it back, but there's no way to tell you. But if I scream, it eventually comes back.
Right.
And a lot of times it is the access that happens. And so if, you know, he screams and somebody does pretty soon turn it back on, then he just learns that, hey, this is what I'm supposed to do.
This works. So
this is
why
how I
not?
communicate. You know, it works, and all I do is have to scream in a certain way, and then it comes back. And, you know, even for food, sometimes it comes back with food, so it's even better. I get food I scream, and now I get food plus I get access to the television. And so a lot of times, usually that behavior is connected because it's been reinforced in some way. And it might not even be access to it anymore. It might just be a habit now. So many times it might start as, hey, I scream or I do this behavior and I get access. And at a certain point, there's so many kids that just think this is what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
You know, if somebody comes to pause or stop it. And then there's so many issues in just that behavior. One is he doesn't know how to communicate to tell you, hey, I want to see that. Or maybe he can't ask you, like, when am I going to see it again? A typical kid, if you actually stop the TV in the middle of a program, would actually fuss.
Yeah.
Typically,
yeah.
But they have they can talk, so they're like, when do I get to see it again? They want to know when they're going to get access again.
Yeah.
And for our kids, there's no way to ask, so they don't know. They think if it's gone, it's gone.
Right.
And they don't know when it's coming. A lot of kids, as they're growing older, they learn to ask when, why do I have to eat now?
Right.
Let me get to a certain point, and then let's pause and stop it there, and then go, you know, eat. They can negotiate all these factors that matter to them.
Yes.
And if your child can't talk and can't tell you and ask you all of this type of information, this is the method of communication that he's chosen.
But the good news in all of this is if you can figure out what the function of the behavior is, we know that the TV is a reinforcer, and that you can teach, this is a way that you'll be able to teach all of these things, like you'll get it again later on the visual schedule, you know, teaching them, can I just have 2 more minutes, right? Teaching, you know, them how to be able to convey, whether it's spoken word or not. All of these things can be taught around the television because the television is so reinforcing.
Yes.
That they're going to want to bargain to be able to get the TV.
Yeah.
So all those things can be taught with your ABA team.
And maybe your child does talk and it's just easier to scream.
Well, honestly, if I could get my way just by screaming every day, I would. I just would. Yeah, wouldn't we all? So honestly, the best thing is to work on this with your ABA team.
Yes.
If you don't have an ABA team, you should see about getting an ABA team, because most people, at least in the United States, have insurance now to cover this. But if you absolutely can't because you were someplace so remote or have been told that your insurance won't, please visit Skills, but also IBT, the Institute for Behavioral Training, to learn how to implement all of the lessons that are in Skills. So it's ibehavioraltraining.com. Hey, thanks for watching Autism Live. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.